What is going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well. As for myself, I am doing pretty good. Want to take this time to wish my mom a happy birthday. Her birthday was a couple of days ago, and I also want to wish myself a happy birthday, as today is my birthday. Actually about to get on the road and probably head down to Orlando for the evening. I wanted to get out of the country, but it's summertime. It's kind of hard to travel non-rev during the summer months, and this week was one of those weeks. So I decided just to stick around the house. I'll try it again next week, see how that works out. But before I was leaving, I was sitting here getting some chart time in. Haven't made a video in a minute, but I am still trading, still pushing along. One of the things I realized is you only fail in this game when you quit. The people that didn't succeed, they didn't succeed because they quit. And if they were red, that turn to get green might have been 2 trades down the road, 10 trades down the road, 100 trades down the road. You just never know. So I just keep trugging along, y'all. Still trading the OTRS way. When I follow it, that system is a banger, but I get in the way a lot of times. So I've been kind of refining it, and I have actually revamped, and I have what I call the OTRS 2.0, and that's what I've been working on the last week. Kind of getting some better definitions on the stops. One thing that a lot of people say is I keep a very tight stop because I'm a momentum trader. So usually I'm giving that thing one candle when I get in. So been going back, doing some back testing. One of the things that I like about Spark's system is he does give the market a little room to react, and he uses an ATR based stop. So I did some research on that and kind of found that I do like that. Was working on some entry parameters, and man, sometimes you just working on something and you stumble across something that you weren't even trying to stumble across. And I actually did that this week, y'all. I was working on building this strategy, and I was putting some debug parameters in for one of the parameters that I was looking for. I was looking for it to tell me when price was over VWAP. And for some reason, this thing was not doing what it was supposed to do. But the debug features that it was giving me, I was like, I might be able to use this. I might be able to use this. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to flip on over to the chart real quick. I know my chart looks crazy now. Everything somewhat looks the same. I did remove what I used to call the first line of defense, second line of defense. You don't see those on the chart anymore. Everything else pretty much looks the same. It's still flipping colors based on a 5-minute chart. You still see the bounce cloud. You still see the pivot cloud, and you still see VWAP. But you also see these magenta dots and these blue dots, and it looks a hot mess right now. I know, because it's kind of scrunched in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch it out, and then I'm going to tell you what I was doing and what I noticed. So building a new strategy, and as I was debugging it, I put in a feature that started giving me these debug dots. We'll call them that, debug dots. And what I found is On a green chart, when you get 3 of these dots in a row, you're normally going to get momentum to that side on a green chart. On a red chart, it's just the opposite. When you get 3 dots in a row, you're normally going to get momentum to that side. I said, how can I use that? How can I use that? So what I did, I went in and I coded within TOS that whenever it gave me 3 dots in a row, to put a yellow arrow. Boom. It puts a yellow arrow on that candle that leaves that 3rd dot. That was number 1. Then I said, okay, once you get these 3 dots and it leaves this arrow, the next candle to break that high, you want to be a part of the trade, put a black dot. So you see the black dot right here. That's what that means. 3 dots here, breaks the candle, you get a black dot. That's basically momentum. That's momentum. Now, you see these dashed lines, right? You see these dashed lines. What that is that's the ATR. And then I put a multi-factor on there to kind of give me room. So yellow arrow, black dot, entry would be there. Guess where the stop is going to be? Back down here at that gray line. 22 points, you want to call it. 22 points. So target, 22 points. Because during my testing, which I'm doing today, I said, what I want to see is how many times does it give 1R? That's all I want to see right now is 1R. And man, I was pretty impressed with my results. So that's what I've been doing, y'all. You see, you get the 3 dots on a green chart going down. It's going against the trend. I'm not going to fool with those. Last week I was kind of looking at those and I'm like, man, I could catch a counter trend. No, go with the trend, man. Don't be trying to be no counter trader. But yeah, so that's what I was doing. But what I'll do now, I'm going to turn off these blue dots and I'm going to turn off the brown dots, and I'll let you see what the chart looks like when I am actually looking at this. So we'll turn that off. We'll turn that off. And it does clean the chart up quite a bit just by turning those off. So boom, that's it. That's what I'm looking at right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm risking $100 a trade, y'all. What that means is if I go from where this black dot gets me in to this gray line, if it's less than 50, I can take that trade with 1 contract. If it's 25, I could take that contract. I could take that trade with 2 contracts. If it's 10, I could take that trade with 5 contracts. It's all math at that point. Up here, it will tell me how far it is from the price to the bottom of that line. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So what I did, I kind of went through and I just looked at some trades, y'all. It's real easy. So that one there, we'd say that that was a green trade, right? You'd agree with that. You come here, you get, so I'd be out of that trade. You come here, you get a yellow arrow, black dot. Let's go from here down. That's 14 points. We'll call it 14 points. So let's just come up here and let's see if we get 14 points. That would be the second trade right there. Any of these trades in between, wouldn't do anything with those. Now, if you did miss this one and it gave you that one, let's check it out. Let's go from there. That's 9.72 points. You're stopping out down there, but you need 9.72 points. You're probably going to get it in this candle here. Yep. Actually, I don't even know why I'm doing that. You're going to get it in this candle, 9.72. So let's put it there. So, so look at that. That one would have worked. Come up here, yellow candle, black dot, same thing. Go down. You need 7 points. So let's see where 7 is at. And again, you're stopping out if it gets down below that line. 7 points is going to get you about, we can go over there to that candle. Boom. That's 3 trades. Risking $100 a trade. It's 1, 2. We wouldn't have took that one, but if we didn't take that one, then we could have took that one. So we'll just call that 1 trade. That's 3 trades that are green from 22:30 to 12:10. About 2.5 hours. You done made 300 bucks. Let's keep scrolling. The one thing I like about this that I noticed too, it keeps you out of chop a lot of times. So notice through here, it gave you no yellow arrows and it gave you no black dots. No trades. Come over here. We see chart flips red. You get magenta arrows for shorts and you get magenta dots. So you would have entered right there. Let's come up. How many points is that? That's 13.7. Let's call it 14. Let's come on down. Let's see if we catch 14 in this initial move. That's 13.5. That's 14 right there. So that's 1R. Let's keep going. This one is a dirty one. Reason I say it's dirty, it triggers you in right at a fib level. Me personally, I'm not taking this trade, y'all. Notice how this one triggered you in on the break of this fib level. Almost like a little pseudo 3-bar play right there. This one comes back up and it triggers you in at the fib level. I just can't do it. But if I did, if I entered right there, stopping you out right there. Dirty work. I'm not going to take that trade. That's just me. But that would have been a red trade. Let's come right here. Magenta would have triggered you in right here. 4.67. Call it about 5 points. Right there. That's a green trade. Let's keep going. Get a magenta, but right back behind it, you do get a black dot. Let's go up. Let's see how many points that is. That's 19 points up there. So you would need 19 points to the bottom. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Do you get 19 in that candle? Quite easily you do. So boom, green trade. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. You get a dot here, so your entry is off that candle there. Let's come up. Call that 24 points. So you need 24 points or it's going to stop you out all the way up there. Let's keep going. Oh, how many points is that? You need 24, right? Boom, you get 24 in that candle right there. Let's keep going. You get a magenta dot. Your entry is going to be when it breaks that candle. Let's come on up. Let's see what the stop is. Call it 29 points. 29 points and 921 stops you out. 29 points. And what did I say? 921 stops you out. Hold on. Let's come back up here just so we make sure. Right there. Yep, 29. Let's come over. That looks like 35 to me. 26, 29. You hitting target right there. So let's come through that stretch. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 green trades. 1 red trade that I would not take, but it triggered. I'm gonna count it. Risking $100. That's $400 all day long right there. And that's from 1:45, 6 o'clock. About, what, 4 hours? About $100 an hour right there. Just trading that. So this is what I've been working on, y'all. Trying to find something a little more structured, a little more simplified than the standard OTRS. What do y'all think? What y'all think? I want y'all honest opinion. What do y'all think about that? Let's keep going. Let's keep on going. We'll do a couple of more of them because I did start doing them on this side. You see right here, that would have been a red trade. Entry, it stopped out. Okay, let's keep going. We'll do one more page worth. Dot, you get the entry right there. Let's bring it down. Stop, call it 4, or yeah, stop is 14. That's target. This line is VWAP. I'm not touching nothing by VWAP. Nothing. 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 Let's keep going. This one here. Again. Let's check it out. And this is a tough one, y'all, because you're going to be trading into VWAP. 27 points. Call it 28 points. Trading into VWAP. You trading into open. You need 28 points. Target. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. There you go. Magenta, red dot. Let's come on up to the stop. Stop on that one is 54. You can't take that. You're risking more than $100. Gotta let that one go. Yellow arrow, black dot would have been entering on that one. Let's come on down. 66 points. You can't touch that. With a 10-foot pole. Let's check the next one. Yellow arrow, black dot. How many points? 38. You can trade that. You're going to be risking a little under $80. So you need 38 points to the upside. You get it. Thank you, Jesus. You get it. Again, you're already in a trade. Can't really trade these. Look at that, y'all. A yellow arrow. But what don't you see? A black dot, because the next candle didn't break the high of it. So where were we at? Let's come back over there. Let's do the math again. You got 1, 2, 3 greens. You got 1 red. You make 300, you lose 100. You get 200 in the wash. That's what I've been doing, y'all. Just trying to see what these trades look like. And I'm liking what I'm seeing, y'all. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Very structured. Clean stop. ATR times the factor. Clean target. 1-to-1. Clean entry. It's going to give you this yellow arrow when you get 3 of those dots in succession. Don't need to see them. You just need to see that yellow arrow. As soon as price breaks above that candle, it's going to put a black dot on the chart. If price, so you see how that black dot is right there? If price would have closed way up here, that black dot would have been way up there, just like this one. Perfect example. Yellow arrow, price breaks. You get the black dot as soon as it breaks that yellow arrow candle, but the black dot is going to finish at the top of the candle. So just banger, but I need to get my butt up and on the road. So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead. I am going to wrap this video up. As always, thanks for checking me out. If you hadn't hit that like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. I am still messing around with prop firms, y'all. I said that I was gonna quit. I did something stupid too, y'all. Very stupid. Very, very stupid. I said I was going to make a video on it. I did not, but I'm going to speak on it right now. Take Profit Trader. I love them. But do not play around with that 50% consistency rule when you trade in an eval. Do not. I bought a new eval and I like to push it. I like to make it. I like to pass it in 2 days, basically. So the first day, and I do 25K accounts, so you got to make 1,500. The first day, y'all, I made $753. I went over by $3. And you know they closed that account. They closed it. They said that I broke the 50% consistency rule and they closed it. My thought was, if you go over the 50%, they just move your balance up. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. I went round and round. At the end of the day, I had to accept responsibility because they tell you flat out, do not make more than 50%. At the time that I took that trade, in the Discord, I was like, man, I need to take a losing trade, but I don't want to take a trade and I keep adding to the freaking gains. I should have just went on with my better judgment and got down below 750, but they got me for like $90, y'all. They got me for $90 on that one, but it is what it is. Now I know. Play by their rules. Do not go over 50%. So if you got a $3,000 goal, don't make more than $1,500 in a day. If you got a 25K account and you got to make $1,500, don't go over 750. Wait till you get out of the eval and you get into the pro. Take that word of advice, please. On that note, I'm going to wrap this one up. We will be back at it. Peace.